Now, on to William and Kate. We've got some great footage this week of them at a charity event in Scotland. Kate in Burberry, all very British. They do active charity very well, don't they?
Well, they do. Was in Scotland. Normally, you don't get engagements taking over or on the same time as big royal tours, but this is a fantastic one up in Scotland. A real decent charity called Outfit Moray, all about getting youngsters out into exploring their adventurous side out in wildlife and their local surroundings. And William and Kate were there together, not only to speak about mental health. Of course, we've had that over the last few years with the Heads Together program, and Kate Shaping Us program about young kids as well. But this was something that, uniting forces, not only getting out there, being a bit more adventurous, working with children, but talking about mental health as well. And good to see them in Scotland, because it's part of their job, of course, to get out and about of the four corners of the United Kingdom. And hopefully that's a sign of things to come in 2024, because it's perhaps been a bit of a slower start than they would have wanted. And I think it's going to be a big year for William and Kate next year.
And Harry, he's been appointed to an African Wildlife Park Board of Directors. We know Harry has an affinity with wildlife and the environment. Is this another example of him getting on with the advocacy work we know he's really good at?
Well, I think that this is a big opportunity for Harry, because we've had a real tough couple of years in terms of the scandal and the infighting of him in his family. A lot of things overshadowing the great work that he has done. I mean, you're talking about the advocacy work, certainly with the Invictus Games, hugely successful project. Had that got the spotlight shined on it that it really deserves this year? I'm not too sure. I think sometimes it can be overshadowed with the other goings on, whether that's Oprah Winfrey interviews or Netflix series. Certainly, we're still all talking about his book. However, as you mentioned, on the board of directors on this incredible charity now, and that is really, really important to Harry, because moving forward, I think that will give him a lot more satisfaction than talking to chat show hosts or writing books, because this is very, very much where he's come from. We know that he had a huge affiliation with Africa, and he even said that he wanted to go and live there and be a tour guide and trying to take himself away from the royal family. And this is definitely a step in the right direction for him, I think.
And while it's great to see Harry focus more on that advocacy, we continually hear stories of his apparent isolation in the US and him wanting to return to the UK. Is there anything to those rumours?
Well, I mean, he still hasn't been here properly to celebrate any occasion with his family. Of course, we saw him at the coronation, just very, very fleeting. He was here for less than 24 hours. What's the relationship like with his father? It's still very, very strained, I understand. He won't be coming here to celebrate his dad's 75th birthday in just a matter of days. There's going to be a party at Clarence House for the King. No doubt we'll see all the royals sort of gathering there and enjoying a celebration. And why shouldn't Harry be there? Well, one may ask. However, it still needs to be a bit of cooling of relations, I think, and moving forward. How isolated is Harry? There definitely seems to be less activity with Harry and Meghan. We haven't seen Meghan for a very, very long time. What are they trying to work on in the background? Is it going to be a new book? Is it going to be a new series? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But I think when you look at Harry and what his life is like now, it's obviously very, very different from a few years ago. And you talk about this new role on the African Wildlife Board of Directors. That's surely a step in the right direction. Work with your passions. Work with what makes you interested in life. And I think that really is true when talking about Harry.
Russell Myers, as always, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your insights.
Thanks very much. My pleasure.